This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Maayong gabi sa Tibok, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, up to Sabah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Ako po si ERIK ESPINA. Ito po ang inyong nag-iisang Republika. Nito mga ilang araw po ay inilabas na po ng ating Pangulo ang tinatawag niyang all-out peace. Nagkaroon pa rin po siya ng matatawag nating mga peace advocates o itong conveners o tatlong mga pangalan na kanyang nilabas upang mukha yatang ipilit, itulak o pag-usapan itong Bangsamoro Basic Law. Hindi pa natin alam kung ano mangyayari nito, ano magiging papel nito mga conveners na ito. Pero parang umaandar na po ang train. Subalit, ang mga pasahero ay hindi pa ho sumasakay. Sino pa ho itong mga pasaherong tinutukoy ko? Yung pamilya po ng mga namatayan na 44 na PNP staff. Hindi pa ho sila binibigyan ng ticket sa masasabi kong ganito, ng pamahalang ito. Ano ho itong ticket na sinasabi ko? Ang hustisya, ang katarungan. Ano na po ba ang nangyari sa panawagan natin? Ha? Yung mga pinagsasabi natin noon, pagkatapos mangyari itong mamasapan, no? What now? Justice o all-out peace na ba ito? Bahala na kung may katarungan o wala. Ang ating pong panauhin sa gabing ito, walang iba po kung hindi si Secretary Rafael Alunan III.
Magandang hapon.
Magandang gabi po. Sir, so, ganito so many things has happened. You have appeared in other TV shows. You have said more than a mouthful. And after that, developments have occurred. Lately, the President said in his last speech, he even said, "What else can I do?" when confronted by the Mama Sapano, how do they call it? The families, no? What else could I do? Sabi niya ganun. Sa palagay ho ninyo, okay na ba yun? Kasi ang lumalabas muli dun sa talumpati na yun, nagtuturo na naman siya Sabi niya, I was misled, almost misled, misinformed. In short, he was saying, parang sinasabi niya, hindi ko kasalanan. Pero short of saying, I'm sorry, ay, magaling siguro nagsulat ng talumpati na yun. Sinabi niya, humihingi ako sa inyo ng unawa ninyo. Ilang beses niya yung inuulit Humihingi ako sa inyo ng unawa. So, your take?
Well, my take is that he should be honest.
Okay.
And tell the truth.
Okay.
Because he has not come across. Alam mo, yung marami nakakaalam sa mga nangyayari at saka sumisingaw It's not that he can bottle up the truth and control it. Lumilitaw ang katotohanan at yung galing sa loob at saka yung sinasabi niya ay hindi magkatugma. Kaya't hanggang ngayon, yung mga may alam sa mga pangyayari noon sa Mama Sapano, sa Zamboanga, ay nagsasabi na ay hindi siya matino.
Okay.
Hindi tama yung mga sinasabi niya. Mayroon siyang tinatago.
He's not truthful, in short.
He's not honest, he's not truthful.
Okay.
And to me, that is a serious liability as far as his exercise of leadership is concerned. Because it has undermined his credibility. And when a leader's credibility is undermined, he cannot influence or persuade anymore. At the worst thing that can happen to him is that tatalikuran siya ng kanyang mga sundalo. Ganun ang nangyari.
I'll ask you this question, sir, no? Kasi yun nga, may mga tao nagsasabi na sana pinapunta yung mga sundalo, sana tumulong yung mga sundalo, sana pinapunta yung mga kanyon, kaya lang yung nga, palusot nila, walang forward observer. Pero walang nagtatanong nitong susunod kong katanungan po. Bakit hindi niya inutusan? Bakit hindi niya pinayagan? Kahit man lamang 2 helicopter ang lumipad noong mga oras na yun. Pwede naman siguro kahit 2 helicopter lumipad.
Tama.
Persuasion flights.
Tama.
How come nobody asked that question to the president or?
Because he's evading.
Okay.
Lahat ng mga public appearances niya were all staged.
Okay.
And then he was being invited by the BOI, the Board of Inquiry,
Okay.
to participate,
Aha.
to shed light. Hindi naman sumipot. Ayaw man niyang sumipot sa Congress. No? So obviously, meron siyang tinatago. And your question is very basic, true. And that's correct. A person who is watching and who's the commander-in-chief and sees that his men are dying will easily give the order to reinforce or to provide artillery support para ma-extricate. No? At tatawag din siya sa MILF
Yes.
to tell them, oy, tigilin nyo yan,
Yes.
otherwise I will send my army to put an end to this. No? Hindi man ang ginawa. No? But and I don't know, patago-tago siya kung saan.
Makakalusot siya dun sa hindi niya pagpapadala ng artillery dahil wala nang forward observer. Pero yung 2 helicopter, hindi siya makakalusot dun eh.
Hindi, kasi meron siyang, eto yung lumilitaw nga, na meron siyang binitaw na salita, hold, stand down.
Stand down talaga.
Pag yun ang order na maririnig ng sundalo at pulis, talagang mag-stand down yan. Maski nangingit-ngit na sila, they'll follow orders.
This question on the non-presence of the helicopters only highlights the great probability there was really a stand-down order because that would have been the most obvious thing that the commander-in-chief would have done. Padala kayo ng 2 helicopter. Sa palagay nyo, sa inyong karanasan, 2 helicopter, armed helicopters, mag-persuasion flight, hindi magtatakbuhan itong mga MILF at BIFF?
Tatakbo yan.
Ha?
Tatakbo yan. Hindi lang ako siguro magpapadala. Kung ako yon, hindi lang ako magpapadala na doon ng helicopter. Unahin ko na muna yung artillery, tapos sunod na yung armor, tapos pasok yung air support.
Lalo na ho, kung let's say nagpaputok na itong ng ordinances itong 2 helicopter. Tatakbo na itong mga taong ito. And then you can move in your people to be able to extricate the 44.
That's correct. And that's very basic.
But it was not done.
It was not done because something else stopped him from doing it.
And then, pinapalabas si Presidente na, kasi sinabihan ako na everything, hindi naman ako sinabihan, etc. Pero this was a major operation.
Alam mo, Eric, ang tawag ko dyan, yung kanyang version ng BBL.
Okay.
Bola-bola lang.
Okay.
Yun, BBL.
Kasi parang pinapalabas niya, I was not informed, I was not told, but if you are president, you are commander-in-chief, you have committed practically a battalion to such a very high-value target. Kung kayo ho ang presidente, siguro minuto, kumusta na kayo dyan? Ano na nangyayari? You'll be validating the information.
In short, tututukan mo.
Yes.
Correct. Gano'n naman talaga yun eh. Kasi this is a very important mission. And he was watching it in Zamboanga. The story was that...
He was updated, in short.
He was watching it real time kasi there was a drone flying overhead.
Okay.
Nakikita niya eh.
Okay. So,
And his chain of command was there. And not one of them, supposedly, told him, hey, you do this because it's the right thing to do. Mukhang natulala silang lahat.
Okay.
And then, nung sinabi niyang stand down, wala na silang sinabi. Wala nang masabi yung chain of command. Kasi nagsalita na eh.
Okay. So, in short...
There is no other logical explanation for it eh.
Yes. So, hindi lang siya naglaro na para siyang general, commander-in-chief, presidente. He played God with the lives of these 44 men.
I don't know if he played God, but I think somebody told him, you know, if you send in the MILF, that's the end of the peace process and that's the end of your Nobel Peace Prize. You know, it's as parochial as that.
Sa palagay ho ninyo, it's just, could it be just the Nobel Peace Prize?
I don't know if that's the only reason, but what he did was unconscionable because he allowed his own men, his law enforcers who were enforcing the law, to die and get killed by people that he continues to trust as peace partners.
Okay.
So which is illogical, it's inconceivable that a president will continue trusting the MILF who had just completed a massacre over 12 hours of 44 of his law enforcers.
And then it makes more sense when you, alam nyo, pag ipagtatagpi-tagpi nyo lahat, wika nga, you align all the dots, may 300 ding mga staff doon, walang ginagawa.
Well, I don't know about
that. Baka nasabihan silang wag sila gumalaw din.
Yes, kasi may mga nagsasabi na they confronted the SAF guys.
Okay.
Some are saying hindi nga SAF yun. They were provincial, regional mobile forces.
Yes.
No? They're not really SAF.
Okay.
But whether they were SAF or some other unit,
300 sila eh.
the fact that they did not move
Okay.
only means one thing. They were told to stand down. Kasi it's impossible for a guy in uniform. You've worn the uniform. I've worn the uniform.
Yes,
You know, if you know that somebody's in trouble, you're going to
go there and
you'll
help.
go there and help.
Oo.
No, you're trained for that. You're trained for that. But these guys couldn't move because there must have been an order.
Ang maitanong ko sa inyo, dahil DILG kayo, ang ganitong pondo for such a big operation, why didn't the Senate subpoena the source of funding for this operation in order na, to guide them, para matukoy kung saan ba nanggaling? Could it just be DILG funds or merong executive funds na nanggaling siguro dito?
Well, it probably could have been secret funds na hindi dumadaan sa usual channels, no?
Okay.
Where may paper trail.
Okay.
No? Because it's a secret mission,
Okay.
this is a covert operation, and it's probably under some secret budget.
Kasi hindi ho dumaan sa DILG. Hindi alam ni Marrojas.
It's probably a secret budget, but
Okay.
it also could come from
Posibleng Malacanang po, ano?
from various sources, yeah. From various sources. But Eric, there's one issue na lumilitaw na about the involvement of the Americans.
Okay.
I'd like to say that during my time, during FDR's time,
Yes.
ako yung nag-arrange
Yeah.
for the Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty at saka Extradition Treaty
Okay.
following the Bujinka
Yes.
issue
Yes.
and the rescue of Charles Walton.
Okay.
At that time, the ambassador to the Philippines was John Negroponte.
Yes.
And he approached and said, this might be a good time for us to pursue the Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty and Extradition Treaty. At pinarating ko kay FVR. And FVR said it's a great idea. So he tasked Executive Secretary Tito Gingona and Secretary of Justice Frank Drilon to put it together.
Yes.
Right? And eventually, it was signed by President Ramos and President Clinton.
Yes.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I understand it, itong Mama Sapano was a law enforcement operation.
Yes.
Marwan and Usman were wanted by the FBI,
Yes.
and the FBI had a bounty on their heads.
Yes.
And so we were obliged under the treaty to arrest these guys because they were in our territory.
Yes.
So everything was legal, and I don't see why we should be hiding it.
Okay. We're going to return after a few reminders, but we'd like to ask the good secretary here. Yun nga, no? I'm going to ask him this question which has always come out. The MILF always denies that they knew this guy was there. But yun nga, no? Alamin natin yun. Yung mga taga-probinsya dyan, hindi maniniwala kasi pati arbolaryo, alam nila kahit 2 kilometro ang layo. But we're going to ask the good secretary.
Tama.
And the second question that I'd like to ask the good secretary is this. His meetings, although it has come out already in newspapers, yung meetings niya with Pakistani leaders, if I'm not mistaken, regarding ang MILF, the true nature of the MILF when we return.
Oh boy, that's a wonderful story.